The Nichols Mojo Floater Spoon, made in the USA. There's not a whole lot complicated about this bait. It's just a spoon-shaped piece of metal. You got a nice beefed up treble hook on here with some good split rings. And they also include a barrel swivel on there, and that is great for the line twist. When you throw these baits out, they go all over the place and you tend to get a lot of line twists. So putting that on there does two things. It helps reduce the line twists, but it also helps when fish are coming up to jump. It prevents that hook, the leverage that they have to drive that hook out of place. So it just kind of has a free range of motion, which is really cool. In terms of rigging, you really don't need a big rod like your typical flutter spoons. You could throw this on a 7-foot medium heavy action rod that'll give you enough backbone to drive this hook into the fish in that deeper water, and it'll also give you enough flex to really cast the bait out there and cover some water as well. You tend to get a lot of stretch on those long casts, so fluorocarbon line is good. I would throw this on 15-pound fluorocarbon line, and then a medium retrieve gear ratio reel, so you can take up the slack when you're presenting the lure up and down and really catch up to those fish if they grab it while it's sinking. The conditions you want to look for are fairly clear water to stained water, and anytime you have bait around. Those threadfin shad ball up, this is the perfect size for that. And you see those bait balls cruising around points and on other structure, and it's really good to just imitate those balls of shad. So the two things you really need: fairly clear water and balls of shad. Those fish will normally sit below them, and you want to lift that bait up to where the shad are that you're seeing. So that gives those fish a chance to look up at the bait and then swim up and grab it. There's really two ways that I like to fish these little flutter spoons, and one is to just throw it out there, throw it up, make a long cast, and then let the bait sink and do its thing. When it hits the bottom, when you see your line twitch, when it hits the bottom, you just want to reel up a few times with the reel, 4 or 5 times like that, and then let it sink back down. And it just creates a yo-yo effect coming through the fish. Then the other way is to get right on top of the fish and actually jig it vertically. So if you can see fish on electronics, that's good. But if you just have a feeling there's fish on the bottom, you just want to pitch it out right in front of you. Let some line out, let it go right down to the bottom. It's important to just keep your boat right on top of the structure or the fish, whatever you're looking at. Then you just want to lift the rod tip up to about 11 o'clock and let it fall on slack line. That's the most important thing with these spoons, is you want to let it fall on slack line. That gives it a chance to really dart around and do some erratic action. And that's what really gets those bass to strike it.